just walking and walking. He didn't know why. The need to keep going forward was weakening with every step. Next thing you know, you're on top of a building, looking over a beautiful sunset that painted the sky orange and purple with a hint of red. Pink clouds littered around to try and fill the space. You felt your body being pulled towards the edge. You tried to stop yourself, maybe grab onto something, but it was already too late. You were already falling. You looked down in terror as the black void grew under you. You felt your body jolt forward, breathing heavily. You were in a cold sweat. It took you a few seconds to get your bearings. Looked over at the clock. 5:03. Great. You had no desire to fall back asleep at this point. I only got 4 hours of sleep, you said quietly to yourself, looking over to the other side of the bed, realizing it was empty. You would normally wake up before Shota. A few more papers, he said, you mimicking his low-toned voice. Did he even go to bed? You got out of bed and threw on one of his black shirts, a couple sizes too big, and walked into the living room. You turned on the lights, your eyes squinting from the brightness, to see a snoring Shota in the dining room table, surrounded by cat-shaped coffee mugs and papers that he procrastinated doing until the last second. His long hair covered his face. He snorted. If he wasn't snoring, you thought he'd be dead. He walked over to the table, taking the concerning amount of coffee cups to the sink, and collecting the scattered papers and putting them into neat piles before making your way over to the sleeping snuggle buddy. Shota? He said quietly, shaking his shoulder. He groaned in response, still not moving. You gently moved the multiple strands of hair covering his face and tucked them behind his ear. You cupped his cheek with your hand, grazing your thumb against his scar. Memories started flowing back. God, you loved him so much, but his career choice made your anxiety go ballistic at times. You thought he died that day. You thought you lost the one thing that made you tick, the one thing that made you keep going, the one thing that you needed. You thought you lost it. You felt your eyes threatening to water up. You shook your head as you heard another groan escape the sleepy man's voice, before his tired eyes started to flutter open. You didn't come to bed last night. You started. He sighed before shifting back to stretch. Sorry, kitten. A long yawn escaped his lips. What time is it? He muttered. Right now, it's 5:14. Why so early? He whined. You giggled. What time did you go to bed? Late. He groaned. Made your way over to the kitchen, washing the cups so they didn't have coffee lines at the bottom of them. You were also trying to preoccupy yourself, still being wide awake from your nightmare. You were expecting Shota to already be in the bedroom, knocked out on the bed. But on your last cup, you felt a pair of hands slowly slide past your hips and straddle your waist. You squeaked and blushed from the unexpected contact. Shota buried his face into the nape of your neck. Feeling his warm breath against your skin made shivers run down your spine. Sleep. No. He muttered. You giggled at the tickling sensation you got from his facial hair on your skin. You slowly started shuffling towards the bedroom. Shota grew impatient and threw both of you back on the couch. What the? Your words were cut off, with a hand pressing the back of your head onto his chest. He grabbed the blanket off the armrest behind him and covered you both. He kissed the top of your head as his eyelids dropped. You adjusted yourself on top of him, letting out a sigh while grabbing her phone to make sure the alarm was set for 6 o'clock. With the warmth of each other and the rising and falling of his chest, he started to feeling fuzzy, slowly letting the warm embrace of sleep cloud your mind. 45 more minutes, he muttered before both of you went into a deep, comforting sleep.